Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and Ramadan Kareem to all the people. I am Mohammed Afikur Rahman Jivan Mukti. I just wanted to explain a few things about Allah's attributes. One of the attributes, or two of the attributes to be more precise, and the way they correlate is very important because in the Quran you'll always notice that Allah's attributes are paired. This is for a very specific reason according to divine wisdom. But what the attributes we're going to be concentrating on are the attributes of Allah Al-Ghani and Allah Al-Hamid. Al-Ghani means the free of need. It also means the rich. The free of need, the rich. Al-Hamid means the worthy of praise and also has a special emanation of what is it? It's the fact of existence being complete ecstasy when it's given the right justice. So that's the attribute of Al-Hamid. Now, the way that Al-Ghani Al-Hamid pairs together is that you have Allah Al-Ghani, the free of need. Allah is completely free of need. Allah is emptiness, awareness, infinite consciousness, free of any objects. So Allah does not need to create the universe. The universe is created by Allah for a reason. For the reason I was given, I spoke to Allah, and through inspiration, Allah told me that the reason that the universe is created, that existence is created, is to find the meaning in reason. So that is the reason we are alive. That is the meaning of life. That is the meaning of existence. Now, we go back to the attributes of Allah Al-Ghani Al-Hamid. What it means is that Allah is Al-Ghani, meaning that the consciousness is completely free of need. It is self-sufficient. It is sufficient unto itself, self-subsisting. It does not need anything. Because it is completely empty, it does not need food. There is no entropy. Entropy is a real fact. There is no entropy in Allah. There's no negentropy in Allah. There is just complete empty awareness. So it doesn't need to do anything, doesn't need to be anything. It just is. And is able, because it is empty, it is able to move everything that is not empty, which is subject to the rules of entropy. You can think of entropy like an ever-expanding chessboard. Each time you make a move, the chessboard expands and the move set expands. And the negentropy is the winning move. Negentropy means the opposite of entropy. Not the opposite of entropy, but a complement to entropy. So then we have Allah Al-Ghani, meaning, what does it mean? It means that Allah does not need to create anything at all. Allah creates out of His own pleasure, His, her, it, who are omni, the omni pleasure. The omni self creates out of pleasure and grace and mercy those creations which the omni self wills to create. The omni self, by the omni self I refer to Allah Rabbul Alameen, As-Sami Al-Alim. So what I have to say is Al-Ghani Al-Hamid. Then what you have is Al-Ghani, the free of need. And then you have Al-Hamid. Al-Hamid complements and correlates with Al-Ghani. How does it do so? Essentially it's this. Al-Ghani does not need to create anything but chose to create us, the universe, the multiverses, the higher realms beyond universes and dimensions and so on and so forth, the realms beyond even knowledge. Keeping in mind that the universe is created out of knowledge. There are things in consciousness which are far beyond knowledge altogether, beyond any human conceptualizations, beyond anything even mentioned in the Quran. The Quran is a complete explanation in detail for humanity and for all beings, but there are things that are not in the Quran. They're in Kitab, but they're not in the Quran. The Quran is a complete and fully detailed book, but it does not give you those secrets of Allah which Allah reserves only for those sincere servants which seek Him. So let's go back again to Al-Ghani Al-Hamid. Al-Ghani, the free of need, does not need to do anything. Al-Hamid, the worthy of praise, the one who has created everything and is therefore worthy of praise because Al-Ghani is free of need, because Allah is free of need and has created everything out of mercy. That is why Al-Ghani and Al-Hamid are complementary pairs of attributes. And you can pair any two attributes of Allah and you will find a divine rhyme and reason to those things. These are the sacred intonations of what is known in the Vedic and Hindu traditions as Sat, Chid, Ananda. Truth, consciousness, ecstasy. So I'll leave it with you there to mull over, to meditate upon, to reflect upon. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen As-Sami'ul Alim. I'll leave it there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Mohammed Atiq Rahman Jivan Mukti or Afim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ramadan Kareem.